everyone, and welcome to NASCAR XFINITY Series GarageCam presented by Mobile One. I'm your host, Jonathan Merriman, filling in for Matthew Dillon this week. We're going to start here in the XFINITY Series Garage for number 39 of Ryan Sieg, Night Owl. Contractors Inc. on this car. It's got the black and gold paint scheme going on, Ryan Sieg. Parked right next to Brandon Jones in the 33 Next Steer Automotive Chevrolet Camaro SS. The Richard Childress racing car. Brandon Jones hadn't had all the luck this year, that's for sure. That team still fighting. You see Spencer Gallagher's car with Vegas Strong paying his respects to those out there in Las Vegas. He's a Las Vegas native. He's also honoring breast cancer awareness with his pink number 23 Allegiant Camaro. A nice nod from Gallagher to the victims of Las Vegas and those fighting breast cancer. Ray Black Jr. rocking a white car this weekend. Collins Construction and Roofing on the side of the 07. As these teams are getting to work, ready to hit the track for practice later on today. Joey Gase's Camaro being prepped as well. Gase's car parked right next to our audio guy, CJ Latirzo's favorite race car in the XFINITY Series garage. Why is this one your favorite, CJ?
Because it's a 0.
It's the number nothing. No sponsors on the car this week for Garrett Smithley. So come upon the number 8 of BJ McLeod. BJ doing double duty this weekend. He's one of the toughest guys in the garage. BJ McLeod. David Starr out of Houston, Texas, right next to him in the number 99 Camaro. MoreFreightService.com is, I think we're actually going to get to talk to CJ's favorite race car driver. Driver of the number nothing, Garrett Smithley. Look at him walking up here. He's got his Chick-fil-A in hand. What's going on, man?
What's up?
I'm just filling in for Dillon. We figured we'd come talk to you. We always talk about the number nothing every weekend on GarageCam. So it's not a GarageCam without Garrett Smithley. So how are you?
You know, this is so weird being home. We're on the road, like, for I think this is the 19th week in a row that we've been on the road in the XFINITY Series. And it's so weird being home, especially because, like, I used to live here pretty much doing the Petty experience. So, I don't know, it's fun.
So, talk to me a little bit about your experience earlier in the week. I think you got to drive a race car through Uptown Charlotte.
Yeah, that was a blast. Kozlowski was out there. It was actually funny. So, it was like a big parade. We had, I don't know, Kozlowski was kind of leading. We had the Charlotte Motor Speedway legend car out there. And then Paige Kozlowski, who is on the pole for the Better Half Dash later today, she was right in front of me in the Bandolero. And I'm in the show car, and I can barely see her. If I'm stopped at a red light, I can barely see her over my nose. So I had to work really hard to try not to run over her. But no, that was a blast. Seeing all the people, we're revving our motors all the way through, about to get run over by a car. Revving our motors all the way through Uptown, seeing all the people come out from the different businesses, taking pictures. It was a really cool thing to do.
All right, Garrett Smithley, watch out for him in the number nothing this weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And David Starr's got Whataburger on the back as well. And I see a Chick-fil-A logo on this thing. Harrison Rhodes. Little Chick-fil-A action on there. Perfect for Chick-fil-A to sponsor a race car in the NASCAR Xfinity Series because they're closed on Sunday. The Xfinity Series runs on Saturday, so that's perfect. That is primo marketing right there. Mario Gosselin's number 90. Bucked Up is on the hood of that car. Something about that black race cars are just cool. Sam Hornish Jr. back behind the wheel, I believe, of this number 12 this weekend for Penske. Ryan Blaney won in the number 22 last weekend at Dover for this group, but Hornish behind the wheel of the 12. Whenever Sam Hornish is back behind the wheel of a race car, he makes it count for sure. As we work our way on down the garage, Chad Fincham's number 40 Toyota Camry. It's got the blue and black going. And then the showstopper, the hero, Mike Harmon, out here thrashing every single week. Doesn't do it for the glory, does it because he loves it. With the number 74 Dodge Challenger, Veterans Motorsports Incorporated on the quarter panel. He's parked next to the 13 of Timmy Hill. Now this is the same paint scheme Timmy Hill had at Darlington, and one of the coolest things about, if you come over here and look at the back of this race car, this was made to look like one of the old Dodges from back in the day. So instead of taillights, they've got the vinyl that represents the old rivets back there. That's pretty cool. We'll get a word with him. So we're noticing about your taillights here on the back that they resemble kind of the old stuff. So this is the same paint scheme you had at Darlington?
Yeah, so this is our throwback car, and it's one of the few cars we do have, but it's been a good car for us. We had to change the numbers from a 40 to a 13, otherwise we would have left our petty style numbers on there. But it's been a very good car for us, but no, we left the no taillights on there. I think it's a good look for the Dodge. There's only a couple Dodges left. It's ours and Harmon's, but I think ours is a little more stylish, yeah.
That looks good, man. It's cool to see the throwback stuff going on still. It's Timmy Hill still running the Dodges, him and Mike Harmon. Number 93, Gray Galding, looking like he's doing double duty this weekend as well. Number 93, Camaro. Parked next to maybe the most tenured driver in this garage, Morgan Shepherd. I always think the 89 looks cool. Weekly, kind of with that smoky Unique paint scheme on there, the number 89. Not a bad looking race car. It looks so good, even Ricky Bobby ran that paint scheme. Well, on a street, Chevelle. Next to him it's the Bean Machine. Dexter Bean, number 92. Rookie here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And if you take a look over his car, you'll see Reed Sorensen's number 15 getting some numbers installed on the top of this car. Laying those vinyl numbers down on the roof. Got to make sure you get them laid down straight. You don't want any bubbles under those things. Meticulous work. It never stops here in the NASCAR XFINITY Series garage. Parked next to him is Jeff Green, the 38 Chevrolet Camaro. As you can hear, business is picking up. Everybody's trying to get their cars ready to go. So we're going to take a short walk around to the other side of the garage. It's a relatively short walk. See Sam Hornish having a conversation there with MRO. As we make our way to maybe a busier side of the garage, as these playoff drivers are on this side. A lot of pressure, a lot on the line. It's Ross Chastain's Flex Seal number 4. Prepping that car, as well as the 14. Pray for Las Vegas on the hood of that as well. JJ Yaley running the 14 with pink numbers on the side of that. Again, the NASCAR community comes together like no other in times of need after tragedies, and it's well reflected on these race cars. Corey LaJoy's very colorful number 24 Youth Theory Toyota Camry. He's posted up right beside the hometown kid, Austin Dillon. He's in the number 2 this week. The Ream Heating and Cooling and Water Heating Chevrolet. Menards on that quarter panel as well. The first race I covered at Charlotte Motor Speedway was an Xfinity Series race, and Austin Dillon happened to win that one. Of course, the number 3 of his brother Ty Dillon right there, the Advil Liquid Gels. Walmart on the hood as well. A blue and gray 3 on this one. Then we got Alex Bowman, the HendrickCars.com. He's running the 42 this weekend. So good to see Alex Bowman back in a race car, of course. Big news yesterday at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, streamed on Hendrick Motorsports' Facebook page and on NASCAR.com. The 2018 Daytona 500 paint schemes, of which Alex Bowman will be driving the 88 Nationwide Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. So Bowman getting some seat time here. A lot of moving parts and pieces in the garage area. As we make our way on down the line. Eric Jones, his number 20 car this weekend. Eric Jones is fast just about everywhere we go in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. When he's behind the wheel, he's a threat to win. The exact same way with the guy parked beside him, Ryan Blaney. When he straps into these NASCAR Xfinity Series cars, he's hard to beat. Tip of the cap to Blaney as well. Won that race last weekend in Dover and decided that that checkered flag that got thrown for him, and when he won that race, he didn't need it. So what did he do? He rolled it up and slipped it through the fence and gave it to a young fan, and probably made a racing fan for life for sure. But that kid had a Kyle Larson gear on, and I guarantee you he might be wearing a 21 hat this weekend watching TV. So very cool gesture by Ryan Blaney for him to give that flag away. It's Daniel Suarez, number 18. Juniper Networks on the hood of this car. Kind of fades back into a little bit of a green. Converge Network Services Group on that car. Here we go. I think we have Alex Bowman walking up right here. Yeah, we'll walk with you. You're important. You're important enough. Dillon had to take off this weekend. I think he's at home with a sick kid. Oh, okay. So that just means poor Erica. Yeah. Right? So, you know, a big day for you today, but in this weekend, but yesterday, talk to me about how cool that was to be there and see that 88 paint scheme that you designed and the car you're going to run next year unveiled at the Hall of Fame yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was an amazing night last night. Just the whole production of everything to unveil those cars was so awesome. But thankful for Hendrick Motorsports and Nationwide for letting me kind of have a hand in designing that 88 car. I think it's really cool. The new Camaros look great. Just ready to get to the track with it. Really glad that this weekend we're here in the 42 car with HendrickCars.com on board. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So what are your expectations? You've been out of the seat for quite a while in terms of competition racing. So are you out here to knock a little rust off, or are you going out there trying to win the thing?
We're here to win, for sure. I mean, I think the car's capable of it. I think there's definitely going to be a little bit of rust, but I think if I just do my job and plug into this race team the best I can, we can have this car up front.
Just keep the right foot down, man. Thanks. Alex Bowman driving the 42 this weekend. No doubt it's going to be exciting when we get to Daytona and see all those race cars out on the racetrack. As we take a look at Jeremy Clement's car, repairablevehicles.com. Pink ribbon on the side of this one. Won a road course race earlier in the year. Going to try and see if he can pull something out this weekend. As we get a glance at Blake Cook's leaf filter gutter protection. Matt Kaulick, team owner on this team. Crew chief Chris Rice pull out all the stops. Chris's wife Tammy will be running in the better half dash later on today. That car matches this car to the T. Blake's mom's name on the side of the car as well, Angie Cook. So breast cancer awareness, definitely something that the NASCAR is serious about, something that Charlotte Motor Speedway is serious about. They had all these guys out painting the pit road wall pink earlier this past week as a nod to show solidarity with those fighting breast cancer. As we take a look at Michael Lynette's number 5, a little bit of a different look on this car. TMC. With the gold numbers on the side. We're going to check in with the driver of the number 62 Chevy Camaro. Now, we usually Dillner has changed a lot. Dillner's changing diapers today, I think. But we have our own camera guy today too, as well.
Look at that! Everybody around here.
But usually we like to have a good time here on GarageCam. But obviously, you being from Las Vegas, I mean, it's important to you that we talk about, you know, the events that happened this past week in Las Vegas. And I know the South Point is a couple other casinos there open their doors to victims and victims' families. So just how important is it to you that this NASCAR community comes together and be with Las Vegas?
Look, I mean, NASCAR community is a very small community, just like Las Vegas, and we really appreciate all the outpouring of support, and we're there anytime, whether it's in Las Vegas, whether it's, you know, somewhere else in the world. We're always there. Everybody wants to give thoughts and prayers, but when you can give more, you give more, and you know, that's what we do. And Las Vegas is a very strong town. That's why we got the hashtag Vegas Strong, and that's what we got on the hood this weekend. You know, fortunately, our leadership in Vegas has done pretty good. Commissioner Sisolak and Mayor Goodman. I know the folks at NASCAR.com aren't really Vegas locals, but that's our local county commissioner, and he started his GoFundMe page. It's over $9 million now, you know, to help victims just from think he said it's over 75,000 donations, and then a big one from Sheldon Adelson of the Sands. It's amazing what can happen when people work together, and that's what it's shown there. So we're here. Now we got to let life go on. Life goes on. We're at a racetrack. It's playoffs, and we got to, we got the stuff on the race car. Now we got to show up and make it look good for it.
So how tough is Charlotte Motor Speedway? I mean, this thing is temperamental. When the sun comes out,
I'm watching practice. It looks really bad. I think Kyle Busch just hit the wall. Junior wrecked already. Kesey did a nice job of going through the new chicane. That was a very nice job, Brad. Had to test that out for him. This track looks pretty treacherous right now. It looks like it's pretty darn tough. So, yeah, good luck.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Brandon Jones does not have the weight advantage, but, I'm allowed to say that, right? We're both full-figured men.
Well, I mean, look, which one's skinnier, is PR person or him? It's tough to tell. So, no, it's this track is tough, though. The heat definitely has messed with it. I'm talking to some of the Cup guys who are saying kind of stay away from the PJ1 right now. It seems like it's a little slick. Some are saying stay all the way in it, don't get off it. So we're going to go out there and make sure that this Chevrolet is the one I race for the playoff race tomorrow night. We're not going to ding it up right now in practice.
All right, that sounds good. We wish Brendan Gaughan luck in that playoff race, and certainly take a look at the hood of that car. Las Vegas Strong on there. South Point Casino on the sides. Brendan Gaughan, of course, a Las Vegas native. Town means a lot to him. Parked next to him, the number 16 Lily Diabetes Ford Mustang of Ryan Reed. All these guys clawing and fighting, trying to make sure that they advance to the next round of the NASCAR XFINITY Series playoff. Matt Tifft, another one of those guys. There are no slouches in this series. Any one of these guys can get behind the wheel and win, and Matt Tifft, we know he's due. Very talented race car driver. Brennan Poole parked next to him. Brennan's been close several times this year. As of late, this team's running a heck of a whole lot better. Of course, he's going to be teamed up with Alex Bowman this weekend. Bowman in the 42 for Chip Ganassi. As I think we have an opportunity to maybe grab Ryan Reed over here. We'll let our camera catch up to us a little bit. We kind of ran off from him, so there's Dieter. All right, man. It's the playoffs. It's a cutoff race. It's pressure. It's everything, but it's what you guys live for. So, what's the mindset going into this one?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think this has got to be pretty much exactly what NASCAR and everyone wanted when you drew up this playoff format and you had the elimination races. We're 2 points to the good, which is, with the stages, it's nothing. I mean, we might as well be starting at 0 right now, just because, in my opinion, we're going to have to go right now. In 5 minutes, we're going to know where we're at as far as what we brought to the racetrack, and we need to be close. If we're out to lunch here to start, we're going to have a huge uphill battle. So I'm having a lot of fun. I enjoy this so much. You really, I think it brings the best out of your team, brings the best out of yourself, and this is what playoffs are all about.
Did you pay attention to Ricky's move at Dover and Brian's move at Dover of kind of lucking out there and getting those stage points? Is that kind of the strategy as you guys go through this to kind of build that 2-point lead?
I mean, certainly paid attention, and obviously was really, I'm not stressed out when they were doing it and watching it, and glad it all worked out, and pumped for everyone around Fenway that we've got a car in the next round of the playoffs on the Cup side. I think with this place, tire management's just so much different. I don't see it working out quite like that. I don't think we'll have the opportunity. Our stages are a lot shorter also. So I don't think we'll have the same opportunity. I think that we're going to score stage points, we're going to have to be a legit top 10 car. But I also think we can do that. I think that's manageable. And I think regardless, if we're not, then even if we do get to the next round of the playoffs, we got bigger problems. So we need to start our playoffs today, so to speak, as far as showing that we got speed and being able to go contend for top 10s and top 5s.
All right, Ryan Reed's got to put it out front and keep it there during the race to make sure he moves on to that next round as we make our way back down here. These drivers are in their cars, just 3 or 4 minutes left of GarageCam. Daniel Hemrick strapping in. Anderson's pure maple syrup on this one. Justin Beatty, our producer, was talking earlier about how he had a hankering for some pancakes on GarageCam. It's Cole Custer. Talk about a guy that's due. Cole Custer has learned a whole lot in not a lot of time being behind the wheel of this 00 this year. Not saying he was bad when he first got in the car, but for when he first strapped in this thing to now, it sure is. Looks like a different race car driver in the car. And One Main Financial has gone all pink for Elliott Sadler this weekend. It says a lot for these sponsors to get on board and change their primary race car colors to support the initiative of Let's get a quick look at William Byron's Liberty University Chevy Camaro. What's going on, Gator?
How are you today?
I'm hanging in there. What are you getting strapped in? You got something to go do this afternoon?
Yeah, we got a little bit of something to go do. We got a little bit of practice coming up, which normally here we don't practice in the conditions that we race in. So this week is a little bit unique that right now we actually, we're going to have some daylight practice. Our second practice, the speeds will be up, but the grip level will also be up. So what we're gonna fight in tomorrow's race will be a lot different. So we gotta make sure Advance Auto Parts Chevy's running the way we want it to.
Now you're in a pretty good spot in terms of playoff points and seeding and everything in this playoff, but I heard you talking earlier in the week that you guys don't come in here thinking that you're safe. Something can happen early in this race and take you guys out of it. So what's the mindset going through here?
I think you have to. I mean, we're not locked in. Nobody in the Xfinity Series is locked in. And so, not that I feel like we're going to come in here and do something on our own that will take us out of contention. At least I hope we don't. But on the flip side of it, there's too many variables. And for us not being locked in, that's tough, no matter how you slice it. So, for us, we're focused on running the best we can. We got, 5 bonus points on the line for winning a race. We got stage points on the line for winning a stage. So, there's a lot of things that we still need and want throughout the course of these rounds. Even though we have the points lead and we've got a 54, 53-point cushion, there's still a lot of things to shoot for.
Absolutely. A lot on the line this weekend, and it's hot outside as well. He talked about it going to be race conditions practicing as we catch William Byron right here. Can we get a quick question with you, William? Yeah, sure. So, no pressure or anything, but, this is a cutoff race, and nobody's safe unless they have a win. So, what's your confidence level coming into the home track?
Well, I think it's pretty good. I think we tested here in August, so hopefully that means good things for us. So, we'll see. Should be good.
All righty, we'll let him get strapped into that race car. These guys, that is their office on Saturdays. So, we'll let him get strapped in, and we have about a minute left in the show. So that means things are winding down here on GarageCam, but are about to get fired up here in the garage. Of course, we appreciate you watching GarageCam. For my camera op, Dieter Melhorn, CJ Latirzo on audio, and producer of the year, I'm just going to go ahead and say that now, Justin Beatty, wrangling us, all those drivers, to get you that good content here on NASCAR GarageCam. I'm Jonathan Merriman, and as our regular host, Matthew Dillner, would say, we'll see you at the races.